everybody, and welcome to the special edition of PM Reviews, Week 12 already, right?
Week 12,
Week 12.
Yep.
And as you can see, we got better attire than usual, and that's actually conditioned from the guest we have today. As you can tell, we got another chair. Come right in.
Thank you.
This is Steven.
So this is Steven, by the way. I didn't mention his name. Sorry about that.
All right. Steven here is a friend of ours. He's been wanting to be on for a couple weeks. And you're a Packers fan, is that right? Packers
That
fan?
is correct.
All right. And I see you got your notes ready to go. And,
Ready to go.
All right, so we're jumping right in. We missed the Thanksgiving Day games. Lions won, Cowboys won, Steelers won. Just real quick. So we're starting this thing off Sunday at 1 o'clock. You got the Titans at the Bears. I don't know what you guys think.
I'm going to have to go with the Titans. The run game can't be stopped, and if it does get stopped, it won't be the Bears doing it, in my
It
opinion.
will not be the Bears.
Absolutely. I mean, you got Jarrell Freeman going out from a suspension. I look to see DeMarco Murray really step up and shine like he has this year. Also, I look to see Marcus Mariota keep performing very well.
I agree.
Very well.
You can't forget Derrick Henry either.
Derrick Henry,
Very nice
for a
compliment.
second guy, is having an awesome season for a second guy.
Yeah, with
Absolutely.
Ezekiel Elliott having the year he's having, you kind of forget, some of these other rookies have been.
Alabama's
Very
always
good.
been known to create those special running backs. So,
We got one loyal viewer out there that loves to hear that.
although that rookie from Chicago, Jordan Howard, he
He's
has
been
been putting on some shows the past
phenomenal.
couple of weeks. If the Bears are going to have any kind of shot, it's going to be with him running. But
I'd say 20 touches or more for him.
I'm going to be honest, guys. I don't see the Bears, pulling this one
Nah.
out. I see the Titans, continuing their dominance in the red zone.
And Jay Cutler's out for the season now.
Yeah.
He is.
He broke his tore some in his thumb. I don't know what it is. I can't remember the right name.
I don't want to butcher the.
Yeah.
We'll put it in the description though.
Yeah, that.
Absolutely. So I guess I'm definitely going with the Titans.
Yeah, it's clean sweep. Everybody with the Titans.
All right, so we got the up next. We got the Jaguars at the Bills. I think the Bills.
Yeah, I'm going with the Bills. I think
LaShawn
LaShawn
McCoy's-
he's coming back this week, right? Well, he was back last week a little.
Yeah, he's back full stride.
We're going to look to see Sammy Watkins come back in as well.
Yeah.
It looks like Tyrod
How's he
Taylor's going to have some
I heard he might
weapons.
be out though, or is he? Or they cleared him?
They are looking to have him play on Sunday. So
Okay.
expected to start is what we're thinking.
That's a big time for
Expected to
them
play.
though, because he's their best playmaker receiver.
Bortles slacking.
Yeah, that release is catching up with him.
That release, we've said it in the past 2 or 3 videos, is if they don't fix that, defensive ends are going to eat him alive.
Absolutely.
They are going to eat him alive.
It's only like a split second more, but the NFL 0.3 seconds and 0.4, 0.5 is a huge difference.
That's huge.
That's a strip
What
sack.
about Chris Ivory, guys? I mean, what do you think
Yeah,
about him?
I
He's
think,
been staying pretty stout lately.
He
I think that he'll be big. I wouldn't doubt if he gets 80 to 100 yards actually.
yeah, I wouldn't
Bold
doubt it.
prediction.
Just like Jordan Howard with the Bears, I think if they're going to have any chance, it's going to have to be with Chris Ivory.
Yeah, I just I don't know.
I think the Bills.
I'm sticking with the Bills.
The Bills, the Rex Ryan defense against the Blake Bortles kind of.
I agree with both of you guys. Definitely.
All right,
I don't know if
we won't keep picking all the same. This is, the first two though, pretty.
I think the next one could be a toss up either way.
Yeah, I think we'll have a split right here.
We got the Bengals at the Ravens.
I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Ravens because their defense has been so good.
What you got, Steven?
I gotta agree with Patrick here. The Ravens, their defense is great. AJ Green's out. Also, Giovanni
that's-
Bernard.
That's right.
You
I was
can't
about
forget
to pick
about that.
Bengals and I completely forgot about AJ Green.
I mean, they still have a very good offense though. Giovanni Bernard, huge playmaker. You got a power back with Jeremy Hill, pretty decent.
Giovanni Bernard is out.
Oh, is he out?
He is out this week.
Okay,
so-
I heard he was a game time decision
Thank
last
God.
time I heard.
Thank
Yeah.
God, I got Jeremy Hill. Thank God.
But will Jeremy Hill be enough for the Bengals?
What?
Will he be enough?
Yeah,
oh
will he be
yeah.
enough?
Well, it'll be enough for
He'll
my
definitely
fantasy.
get more carries.
It'll be enough for my fantasy team. That's what
That's
it'll be
right.
enough for.
So who are you going with?
Well, with AJ Green being out and Giovanni Bernard being out from trying to pick a right schedule here thing, I'm gonna have to go Ravens.
They
On
still
that.
got Tyler Eifert though, right? He's healthy
Oh
now.
yeah.
Yeah, if they're gonna have a
Oh,
chance,
yeah.
I think Andy Dalton's gonna have to go with Tyler Eifert and throw some deep stuff over the middle of him or some dump off passes.
Yeah, he's been pretty good. He's been doing very well the last few weeks when he came back.
And I'll tell you what, for the Ravens, Mike Wallace has stepped up in a role
Big
that is
time.
unbelievable. In that
I mean, he had
offense.
59 yards last week, and that's like the biggest. That's like the least amount he's had in 5 or 6 weeks.
Yeah, he has absolutely stepped
Especially
up.
with Steve Smith.
Still
and-
has the wheels, doesn't he?
He is cool. With that video,
Yeah.
that game against the who were they? I don't even know who they
It
played.
was
2 weeks
it was
ago.
not last week, the week before.
Yeah, he 89 yards. He was gone.
Yeah, he took
He
off.
is quick.
Yeah, he's still
Still.
4-3 speed. Yeah.
Steelers. That's what it was because remember they
Yeah,
played.
it was
It was
his
the
old
Steelers,
team.
yeah.
We were talking
Yeah.
about that. Let's see.
Next one.
So we all got Ravens.
All got Ravens. The next one could be actually maybe a little bit better of a toss up. We got the Cardinals at the Falcons.
You got the two teams that kind of had big expectations that kind of been falling off here lately.
Yeah, you're looking at the Cardinals. I mean, their offense have been slacking with Carson Palmer, but I think the real matchup is
David
definitely going to be Julio Jones versus Patrick Peterson.
That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
everyone's tuning in for.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you,
And like he said, David Johnson.
David Johnson could be a huge factor.
Maybe the most underrated running back in the league.
Absolutely.
No, is the most underrated back. He is unbelievable. Every bit as good as Ezekiel Elliott and DeMarco Murray.
Yeah.
Every bit as good.
With not nearly the same line.
Yeah, he just as much production up until obviously the Cowboys game just now. He was actually the leading rusher of the league until the Cowboys game just happened.
I'm gonna pick the. I think I'm gonna pick the Cardinals actually, just to shake it up. I think the Falcons were on a roll and they're kind of on a slump. They're in a slump now. I feel like the Cardinals can pull it off.
Who you going with, Steven?
Well, I'm going to have to agree with Patrick here. I think the Cardinals can really see Carson Palmer break out against a weak secondary for the Falcons. He's just going to have to look out for Vic Beasley.
Yes.
Yes.
Against that Russian
As a
attack,
Panthers
it's pretty
fan,
strong.
yes.
But yeah, I'm definitely going with the Cardinals against this one, even though Julio Jones might burn Patrick Peterson like he did last year.
He might
I'm
be one of the
going-
only guys who can do that too.
I'm going Falcons. I like Julio Jones against Patrick Peterson in that
Too many
secondary.
weapons.
I've seen what he's done to them. Even though it got ruled a not a catch because it was I guess incomplete, but against the Seahawks secondary, which is best secondary in the league. He still had an awesome game against that. I don't see
Phenomenal.
if Richard Sherman can't
Wide
stop.
receiver.
The only way Richard Sherman can stop you is to tackle you midair. If that's the only way you can get stopped by Richard Sherman, then what's Patrick Peterson going to do to you?
Yeah.
So I'm taking Falcons. Matt Ryan is having a good year. We said at the beginning we thought they might fall off, which they did kind of fall off, but not to the degree we said they would. Not quite to the degree.
Yeah, they've still been in every game,
Uh,
and they've won. It's not like they're on a losing streak.
Yeah, they're still. They're the top of the division, 6-4.
All right, we probably need to get.
So
to,
next one we got the Giants at the Browns. I think
I gotta
everybody.
pick the Giants. They've been hot, and the Browns haven't been hot at all.
I don't know how you can pick the Browns right now.
I picked them last week. I think they're better than what their record is. They're not like a winless team, like production-wise, but they just those last game, fourth quarter field goal battles, they lost them.
I think Eli Manning is, he's been off and on this year. He's got a great weapon with Odell Beckham, but
And Shepard too.
I'll be honest with you guys. I think that Helen Keller would find success against the Browns defense right now.
Yeah.
So
I do too.
Joe Hayden's a top 10 corner, but he can't do it all himself.
Yeah, you can't win games at cornerback position when you're the only elite player.
The
on
Browns
team.
need to do something with their offensive line. Eventually, you can't blame the quarterbacks when you've had.
Josh
Seven.
McCown
He's
isn't
a good
bad
quarterback. He's a
He's
good
got
one.
some good weapons.
Yeah, I'm
He's
just
got
saying-
Coleman and Pryor.
These
Yeah.
guys don't have any protection. They're getting hurt. Cody Kessler gets hurt. McCown gets hurt. RG3. All these guys
What's
are
the
getting
guy's
hurt.
name this week? What's his name?
Charlie Whitehurst, he got hurt too.
I can't even remember the guy's name that's playing this week.
No, they said Josh McCown's
Josh
actually
McCown
going
is
to
he?
play.
Okay.
Yeah.
As of Thursday, see, that's what I'm saying. As of Thursday,
Well,
he
it's
wasn't
just like
playing.
the offensive line is just getting these guys killed.
Yeah.
There's no way you have 6 quarterbacks get hurt.
Well, what's the
Pryor
laundry
might be
list
in there.
of quarterbacks they've had in like 15 years?
They've had 22 in the last, I think it was 5 years. They've had 22 starting
Jeez
quarterbacks.
Louise.
22.
It might have been less than 5 years. I think it was like 3. But either
And
way,
actually,
it's
as I saw on
ridiculous.
that, where Derek Anderson is the most winning out of all this.
Yeah.
Crazy
Derek
enough.
Anderson.
So moving on, this could be a good game.
This will be a good game.
We got the Rams at the Saints.
You got
If there's any team that's going to hold the Saints to a low-scoring game, it's the Rams.
Yeah, you got a notorious team for defense and a notorious only offense team.
I hate to tell Drew Brees, you're not going to score 40 against the Rams. I got bad news for you.
I don't know. Breeze is still on pace to
No.
put up around 5,300 yards this season, and it looks like he. I think he may be able to pull one out against the Rams.
I think he will, but I think it'll be like not as usual. Like I think he'll be bumped down, which it's not really like bumped down. 300 yards, pretty good for him.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think you got to score a whole lot of points against
Yeah,
the
the
Rams.
Rams-
offense.
No, that's what I'm saying. You don't like
If you
number
put up-
one. I don't think they're gonna let you score a lot, but you don't have to score a lot. I mean,
If you put up
yeah,
3 touchdowns against
Jared
the Rams,
Goff,
it'll
I
probably be
mean,
good.
his first start last week.
no touchdowns, but hey, no interceptions.
Well, that's true, but
That's the Jeff Fisher way.
once his first read went away, I mean, it was kind of like
Yeah.
he looked like a
I'll
loss.
tell you
Yeah,
that-
all they're doing is chipping. What's his name? Man, I haven't been fantasy.
Kenny Britt.
Gurley.
Yeah, they're just chipping Kenny Britt. I mean,
Yeah.
they pull all the guys up, they pack the line, and Todd Gurley. That's the story of his season so far.
Yeah, he's
And Tavon Austin's not playing a role that I thought he would play.
Yeah, he's more like just a speed, speed only guy. I think they kind of thought he'd be like a play.
I mean, Kenny
overall
Britt's the
playmaker.
leading receiver on the team, touchdowns and yards.
He's been the number one.
So I'm taking the.
Yeah, I'm picking the Saints for sure.
Yeah, I'm taking the Saints. I think, especially with this young rookie quarterback, it's just they're not quite ready.
I will say that Drew Brees is going to be hit
I'm with
quite
you
a
guys
bit.
there. I think the Saints are definitely, they're not going to score a whole lot of points, but you don't have to score a whole lot against the
3
Rams.
touchdowns will do it.
Yeah.
The next one is going to be, interesting. The 49ers at the Dolphins. You got the Dolphins are.
They're hot. They won 5 in a row.
They've won 5 in a row.
And the last time they went 4-0, like when they were 4-0, they said the last time they did it was 2008.
I would see
Jesus.
a quick game here, guys, because I mean you
Think
got
Dolphins
Carlos
is
Hyde, and he's a great
Oh, yeah.
running back, and they're gonna try to take advantage of that 126 yards per game, rushing yards per game that the Dolphins.
For Jay Ajayi, he's been
And then-
great this year.
But if you wanted to look at a matchup, you're talking about Jay. He's
Yeah.
that 49ers defense. They've been giving a lot of yards up to running backs this year as
Man,
well.
ever since Patrick Willis left, their defense hasn't been the same.
Yeah, they're having.
Navarro Bowman, though, I will say he's like one of the top 5 linebackers in the league. Though they don't have nearly the defensive line they had
Is
the year they
Kaepernick
won the
still
Super
starting
Bowl.
this week?
Yeah.
See that? Yeah, I can't. I'm just not ready to go with him. It's just he's not the answer for the 49ers. He's not.
I don't think anybody they have is. I think they're
Especially-
just gonna have to just get a whole new offense.
Especially-
Besides, they have some playmakers, but quarterback changes.
Let's
have
just
to
talk
happen.
about it, guys. They just need to get rid of Chip Kelly. I mean,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
worked in college, but
Yeah,
in the NFL,
Chip
it was
Kelly in the
just-
NFL.
And I mean,
is
when the
not-
linebackers are faster than some of the running backs, it's not your offense isn't gonna work.
Yeah, exactly.
These linebackers are just as fast as the running backs.
Chip
in the
Kelly's
NFL.
offense in the NFL just doesn't work. I
Yeah.
hate it, but it doesn't work. Like,
I mean, it'd have to be the perfect roster. I mean, you'd have to let him be the GM for like 5-10 years, build the roster up from the ground.
yeah, that's the only way. So everybody's going Dolphins.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going with the Dolphins.
It's like the Dolphins have been hot already, and the 49ers have struggled.
All right, so moving on, we got the Chargers at the Texans.
This should be a good one.
Yeah, it'll be a good little matchup. The Texans, questionably, maybe got robbed Monday night of a game. They could have beaten the Raiders. A couple plays that should have been called were called.
Yeah, I heard there was some ridiculous calls.
DeAndre Hopkins was about half a foot inbounds, and they said he was out. So, I mean,
that's
but-
a tough one right there. I mean, but
it's
The Chargers have gotten their fair share.
it's one of those
screwed,
things
though.
that it happens on the fly. You're a human being. I mean,
The
refs
Chargers
are
have gotten
humans.
screwed though. Like they're not the only ones. The Chargers.
Oh, the Chargers been getting screwed. Yeah, it was.
let's just talk about Phillip Rivers. I mean, that guy, he's phenomenal quarterback. He's been putting together
He's a
some
gunslinger.
We say that every week.
288 yards per game.
Yeah, that's
through the
ridiculous.
air. I mean,
Go back and watch our other videos. He's one of my.
I think
Yeah.
this is going to be a barn burner, guys, because you got your number 2 offense going up against your number 4 defense.
Yeah, it'll kind of be like the Saints Rams game. Pretty good matchup each way.
Yeah.
Good on each side of the ball.
I think
Good
that
matchup.
I don't know. I feel like the Texans are gonna win it somehow. Brock Osweiler, he hasn't done a lot, but he hasn't had to do a lot. I mean, they have a good running game and great defense.
Yeah, that stingy defense, I think, is going to take the
They'll
cake
bail
right
him out
there.
once again.
I think I'm gonna go Chargers.
I think it's going to be pretty tough to go against that Chargers offense, but I think that Texans defense is
The
just
Texans,
too
no, the
strong.
Texans defense is
Right
good.
here.
Yeah, it's really
Right
good.
here.
I think
I believe in the Texans.
I think the Texans can are gonna have to eat a loss this week. So up next we got the Seahawks at the Buccaneers.
Seahawks, no doubt.
Seahawks,
But I think it'll be close. I think
Wilson
it'll be close.
is healthy finally, guys. I mean,
and playing good football.
phenomenal.
The defense has been playing good football.
That
But maybe not without Earl Thomas, though. You know he's out. First time ever in the NFL.
ever in his career for real.
It's his 7th year. It's his first game out. They said it's
That's impressive.
118 consecutive games played without an injury.
That
Or,
is
you know,
impressive.
That is solid.
That's Brett Favre almost level.
That
Oh,
is-
don't go there.
Well, he's a safety though.
Don't go there.
He's making way more contact. I don't know. Brett Favre was getting clean.
He was getting knocked around a little bit right there.
I was
but-
back when they let you play. Now you get a concussion. You're out. I'm a tough player anymore.
Let's talk about Jameis Winston. Do you think he's going to be able to test Sherman next week or this week? But
I mean, Mike Evans.
He will try though.
Mike Evans against Sherman will be that'll be a really good.
Yeah, go
That'll
back
be
and watch.
really good.
Yeah, go back and watch last week and the week before. We were saying Mike Evans. We think he's arguably the best overall receiver.
All around.
He's
I
he's
think,
statistics
making
wise?
phenomenal catches. He
Yeah.
just- what was it, a one-handed catch? I mean, it's just...
He had to
against the
change his
Falcons.
position.
Yeah.
Oh, it was unbelievable.
That was incredible.
Unbelievable. And then a lot of people were like, yeah, the catch was unbelievable, but he got drilled with it still in one hand and held onto the ball, fell
Catching
out
in
of
traffic and making that, because he had to change his whole momentum. He was supposed to go. It was supposed to go this
It was
way.
supposed to be an inside shoulder
Yeah,
throw. He got
it was
thrown
an
on the
out-
outside
it was a-
shoulder,
yeah,
went back,
it was
caught
a
it.
back shoulder.
I honestly don't understand how some of these receivers are hanging on to these balls.
They
Like,
got hands the size of frying pans. That's how they
That 2014 receiver class. If you
The hit
follow our
from-
Twitter page, we talk about it all the time.
the hit from yesterday on T.Y. Hilton, did y'all see that one where he just got slammed? He caught the ball around the 5-yard line, and I'm telling you, I don't understand how he held on to that ball.
He's a
right
little
there.
guy too.
He is a little guy, but
So
what do y'all think?
I'm taking Seahawks.
Yeah, I'm taking the Seahawks, but I think people are gonna sell the Buccaneers short. I think they'll be in it till the end. Because Jameis Winston isn't gonna do that. I'm not throwing on Sherman's side. He doesn't care.
Jameis Winston doesn't do
He'll
that.
test that water. He'll do it.
Well, guys,
Especially
I'm
without
gonna
Earl Thomas.
break y'all up right here. I'm going with the Bucks. I think Winston's gonna test Sherman. And I think he's gonna win. I think Mike Evans
Really?
is just too
I like
good.
it, and they're in Tampa Bay, so they're at home.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I mean, the
always a
Seahawks
factor.
actually aren't really. If you go look at their numbers, they're more of a better home team. They're not like the greatest away team.
Well, they
Yeah,
got the
they're
12th man. And
Yeah, the 12th man's a
Seattle.
huge advantage. Whenever you don't have that going for you, it's kind of
Yeah.
it's a different game.
Okay, so moving on, we got the Patriots and the Jets.
The Patriots are doing that whole. Tom Brady's questionable. He might not play. You know he's playing.
I have one thing to say about this game, guys, and it is Tom Brady.
Yeah.
That guy is unstoppable. I mean,
Unbelievable.
The Seahawks did slow him down. Though.
They took a loss.
They really did.
They took a loss to the Seahawks, and they went out to San Francisco, and they said, "We're going to show everybody what a beatdown looks like." What a beatdown! I mean, it was.
no, we're
Yeah.
talking about being unbiased and everything. Now, I know that Aaron Rodgers holds the highest QBR for a season. I think it was right around 122. This year, Tom Brady's looking to surpass that record that Aaron Rodgers set in 2011. I think he's right at one point ahead.
Tom Brady right now has the chance to be the only player to have a 4-game suspension and still be in MVP talks in week 12.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, him missing those 4 games is almost better for his MVP chances because it's like, okay, look what my team. I mean, they won, but look how the offense was statistically when I wasn't there, and then look at it now.
I think he has something like 20 touchdowns to 1 interception.
It's ridiculous. I mean, fantasy. I waited for him to come back week 5, and it's been like a payoff. Like it's been a good payoff.
Yeah, it's
So,
nobody's ever seen anything like this.
I guess they're all picking the Patriots, clean sweep.
Oh,
Oh, gosh.
It's not even.
The Jets, they do have a good defense. Like he's not going to be doing what he usually does, but he'll,
Revis Island and what it used to be is.
Oh, that's not.
Is he even still playing right now? Is that a thing?
Revis Island's it's burning down right now.
Well, I mean, it's more
they
like
have uncontrolled wildfires.
it's more like okay, I can get this guy myself, but there's no more like okay, I can cover this whole
side of the
this whole
field.
yeah. It's like I got my guy, but I mean that's it. And I'm not even going.
We better hope my guy doesn't run a 4-3 because
Yeah.
So we're all taking the Patriots.
Oh, this is a tough one right here.
Don't pick with your hearts, guys.
No.
Yeah,
not.
I'm just gonna.
We got the Panthers at the Raiders, and I'm circling Raiders.
I'm just gonna do it because they're going all the way across.
This
And then-
Panthers are messed up right now.
Ryan Khalil's out. dude.
Keekly's out. Orr's on IR. Ryan Khalil's out.
Mario Addison's out.
Keekly's backup. AJ Klein is out. Mario Addison's out.
I think if the Panthers want to have a chance,
Oh, if
Kelvin
not-
Benjamin has to have a big game.
Yeah, there's no more of this 50 yards, 3
Yeah,
catches.
yeah.
nonsense.
There's no more of
of
this
that.
two thrown to.
Yeah, no.
None of that. Like
He needs to become a number one receiver this week. I mean, if he doesn't have over 100 yards, 2 touchdowns, he needs to have an Antonio Brown, Julio Jones type performance.
well, the problem is
They
he
need
needs
to
to
mix
have
up the
that,
play
and he's
calls.
100% capable of doing it.
Absolutely.
That's what's annoying.
And
He's
then-
the biggest,
no
as far
more
as
hold-
body,
yeah.
he's the biggest receiver in the league. Now that Calvin Johnson's gone, he's the biggest
he
body.
might have been bigger than Calvin, really. Like,
I mean, he is
was
six. He is as big as Cam. He is 6'5", 250, and they are throwing him twice a game.
Well, I mean, they
That's
can't do any
ridiculous.
more of this Olsen getting 50 yards or less. No more of that. No way.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy.
And they gotta let Ted Ginn go deep. They gotta do what they do. They gotta let Cam run. They gotta run up the middle with Cam and Jonathan Stewart. Do the read option. Let Ted Ginn go deep. Make sure Kelvin gets involved in the pass game.
Stop playing conservative.
Make
and
sure
get
Olsen
up.
gets more than 3 catches. He's been.
If that Panthers offense can perform like they did last year, they're going to have a chance. But
The defense has been great.
those Raiders and that black hole, that's just tough to go in and play in.
That's like the new, or not the new. That's like
The
old
only
school, the real 12th man, really.
yeah, that's
We've
the
been
original,
talking-
the original 12th man. That's what that is. That's like
We've been talking a whole lot about that Panthers offense and how they need to perform. Let's talk about how Amari Cooper and Derek Carr have been connecting a whole lot this
Well,
year. I
Derek
think
Carr,
that's going to be
that's
tough
that's
to.
Derek
To
Carr's
put it
done.
plain, like simple. I'm not looking forward to them. Matching up against this really, but
ACDC, that's TNT right there. I'm definitely going with the Raiders.
Yeah, I have to.
plus they're at home and they gotta go all the way, to Oakland from here, and they just left today, I think. So they're
Yeah,
gonna,
the only
they're gonna
thing
get there tomorrow, or if they're not there today,
They
they're
got
gonna
there
get tomorrow.
tonight.
Yeah, so I mean, get a couple nights of sleep that aren't that great. The first one probably won't be good. Yeah,
So,
then you're gonna have to try to do that practice that you do, and they're just gonna be going through the motions. I feel like they're just gonna be all jet lagged.
So many injuries. I think we're gonna have to take the Raiders.
And the Raiders are a good team too. I mean,
Derek Carr,
they're
he's an
8-3.
MVP candidate.
Yeah.
He's just,
Absolutely.
Sunday night, got the Chiefs at the Broncos. Really good divisional matchup here.
AFC West, and you got the Raiders, the Chiefs,
The Broncos.
and the Broncos. I mean, the Chargers.
They're
pretty
good.
solid. I mean,
They're
that's,
just in a
they're
really
probably,
good
that's probably the
division.
toughest division.
I think
What
that
do y'all
Broncos no-fly zone is just too tough. But if they're gonna, if the Chiefs are gonna do anything about it, Spencer Ware needs to perform.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Alex Smith isn't throwing more than
Jeremy
250
Macklin's
yards.
out. I mean, it's not like they're even going to be passing it a whole lot anyway.
Yeah,
But
I mean, they kind of get they're conservative play calling, really. I mean, they run and they have Alex Smith throw 12, 15 times a game.
yeah, you're talking about Von Miller. I mean, y'all know all too well about Von and
Yeah, we don't
and
talk
that
about
Broncos defense, but I think that's just going to be way too tough.
And
this
I
year.
heard they're easing DeMarcus Ware back into it, which is not good if you're a Chiefs fan.
Yeah.
I heard they're going to try to have him for 15 snaps, which is, I mean, a pretty decent amount.
You got to deal with that Broncos crowd. They're just as loud as Denver.
That
I need to
altitude,
tell everybody.
that altitude isn't
High
good.
elevation is going to be tough to play
Yeah, I'm
in,
thinking the
too.
Broncos. I feel like if it was evil, like they're an even team, but all that just
Well, with all that being said, I do see Simeon having a breakout game, even though he's been struggling
I
this
don't know
year.
about that.
Bold
I think
prediction
so.
of the week. I guess you can do that. Bold prediction.
The
of
one
the week.
thing that the Chiefs have going for them, though, like, they're a conservative play calling offense, but so is the Broncos. If they can just score a little bit more, I don't think the Broncos can keep up with them. But the Broncos defense is so good, if they get 2 touchdowns, they can
the
probably
Broncos
stop right
defense
there.
can get 2 touchdowns real quick.
Yeah,
they do
that's
it every week.
They get
You
some
are right
defensive
about that.
touchdowns.
I have their fantasy, and I was reading off their numbers to you the other day. Their lowest game on fantasy all season is like 17.
That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. But so last game,
This is the one I want to hear right here.
Oh gosh, guys!
last
man.
game we got the Packers at the Eagles.
And before we go, the Eagles are 4-0 at home, and they're at home for this.
We'll let you start this one off, Steven.
Oh, yeah, let's hear it.
The Packers are having a down year, and we know that. They're 4-6 right now. can easily turn around, just like the Panthers.
Yeah,
the
4-6 is the new.
It's not out of reach yet.
It's not out of
definitely
reach. I mean, we're not talking mathematically, out of the playoffs or anything. But although you want to say the Packers' offense is struggling, it's not from Aaron Rodgers. It's they don't have a run game.
They have zero run game.
I mean,
Yeah,
Eddie
it's
Lacy out. You got
They're throwing receivers back there, seeing if they can run.
I mean, that's something that you do to show a different look every once in a while.
You
but
can't make that your game
You
plan.
can't be like, all right, he's our third receiver. He is a running threat.
I'm going to sit here and I'm going to throw a little bit of shade. I mean, I think Mike McCarthy. He's a good coach. Maybe give him another chance with another GM. If he doesn't, show any kind of, success with a new GM, you got to talk about getting rid of him too, which is tough for me to say.
Well, I mean, one bad year out of about 15.
Well,
He hasn't been there that long. I mean, like over the course of their last 15 years. I mean, they've had one bad year. I don't even think that's even.
You gotta have one. I mean,
I wouldn't even consider.
and it's not
it.
even really a bad year. I mean, it's just
been a cluster
gotta
of
look
like,
at,
problems.
it's just like there's so many. The run game is so just messed up. The
It's
the defense is playing injured. The
Yeah.
defense isn't fully
They
healthy.
can
No
stop
matter,
the run.
no matter
gosh.
whether they're listing them healthy or not, they're not healthy.
Both
Like,
cornerbacks are out. You got HaHa Clinton Dix.
Yeah, it's-
He's still a young guy too. I mean, he's trying to captain the defense, and or the secondary at least.
Yeah,
Clay Matthews is out. It's just tough. I mean,
And he was moving inside and moving like you can't expect him to do that.
and Clay Matthews, and I think we talk about this all the time. Clay Matthews he's like one of those guys that he is really good at outside. He cannot play inside that well though. He is like.
Plus,
It's
when he
like,
does, you don't have outside.
When you have him
play.
as outside, he is so dominant. It's unreal. But he's just not the best inside guy.
as a
you know what I
pass rusher, I think he ranks up top with Von Miller,
Khalil
DeMarcus
Mack.
Ware.
Yeah.
I mean, but he's
But when he drops back into coverage in the middle
he's
and he's
no
like,
Luke Kuechly.
nah, he's. I mean, and
Yeah,
that's not.
nobody is.
But that's not that's not a knock though. You know what I mean? People,
No,
people
absolutely.
take that as a knock. That's
Well, you don't see Von Miller dropping back in coverage.
exactly
Right.
But and Luke Kuechly, he's not the pass rusher Von Miller and Clay Matthews is. He's not. That's just. He's a coverage linebacker. I mean,
Oh, I got one
was a
question.
run
I've
stopper.
been meaning to ask a Packers fan. What do you think about him calling the play, Mike McCarthy? You know how he calls the plays? You know how they've been switching back? What do you think about that?
Honestly, I'll tell you. I think they can get away with Aaron Rodgers calling the plays at this point.
Peyton
I mean,
Manning
it doesn't
style.
matter. I mean,
Peyton Manning style. Like,
You
Yeah,
know,
there's only two quarterbacks right now in the league that can run their own offense.
Tom Brady's one of them. I
Aaron
don't know who
Rodgers.
the other one is.
Aaron Rodgers is the only other
they're
one.
gonna call those plays into the headset, and once he gets to the line and he sees everything,
He audibles.
he's gonna change the play.
Yeah, you don't know what the defense is calling. You're better off going up there and.
I mean, I think he's a good enough quarterback. He's old enough to be able to do that. But back to the matter at hand.
We got to give the Eagles some credit too. I mean,
The Eagles
have been good this year. I mean, they have a great. They're probably
Carson
top
Wentz is
five.
playing really good for a rookie. Really good.
He's
Yeah,
no
I mean,
Dak
like we were saying
Prescott,
earlier,
but-
dude, the Cowboys rookies are just taking all the attention from like Carson Wentz. He's been great. Jordan Howard, like we said. I think Carson Wentz. He's been really
He's been
solid.
really good. Yeah.
But does he have
And
enough
Darren
weapons
Sproles?
to win this game?
Darren
Yeah, they
Sproles
don't. They are lacking weapons though.
Yeah, they're lacking weapons.
Because
but-
Jordan Matthews
but
hasn't
the-
stepped
but
up
the-
like they thought he would.
But like you just said though, I mean, so is the Packers secondary. I mean,
I think this is going to be a low-scoring game, and I'm going to.
oh yeah, no doubt. That's
They
what I
said
think.
that I wouldn't be unbiased or anything, so I'm going to go ahead and tell the viewers that I'm picking with my heart right here. I'm going with the Packers, even though I know it's going to be a low-scoring
This
game.
is a hard game though. I mean, this is one of those.
I mean, if
ones-
it's a low-scoring game and then the Packers get the last possession and Aaron Rodgers has the ball in his hands, I can.
2 minutes, Aaron Rodgers with
Yeah.
the ball in his hands, no teams with a timeout. I'm not betting against Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I don't care who's his receivers.
No way.
I'm gonna pick the Eagles. They're 4-0 at home. They have a good run game. Somehow, I don't know how. They just have the committee just psych one through, and they got a really good defense. I'm gonna
All
pick
right.
the Eagles.
So that's week 12. Thank you again, Steven, for
No problem, guys.
coming on. And
Yeah.
we might have started a new trend here. We'll have
Absolutely.
to see. We kind of like the suit approach.
It's a little warm, but
Got to
it's
stay
settled.
sharp.
It's worth it.
Survivor Series was Sunday. We got our recap of the horrible pay-per-view that WWE presented.
Terrible.
Terrible pay-per-view. That's coming up here soon in the next couple of days, so watch out for it. Social media links are at the bottom. Do everything normal.
Description.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
And remember, suit up!